G'day, it's Phil here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking through 50-cent pieces again, looking for commemorative coins, rare coins, and coins worth more than face value. Again, we have my 50-cent collection folder here from the Royal Australian Mint with the commemorative coins that we've found so far. We are only looking for the commemorative coins and the coins of low mintage to fill in this folder, and we're missing two coins, the 2001 Centenary of Federation from Norfolk Island. Then on the last page, this one, the 2019 International Year of Indigenous Languages. We have our Hughes Flag Variety Millennium Year coin there. But let's put the book aside, get into the rolls, and see if we can find those pesky Centenary of Federation and International Year of Indigenous Languages to fill in the book and complete it, so we can start another one. Centenary of Federation coins are very hard to find, and the Norfolk Island has been a bit of a bogey one this time around. Let's have a look at our 50-cent pieces. This is the standard 50-cent piece design, the coat of arms, and I'll be flicking through all of those, just the reverses, just looking for the commemorative coins, and at the end I'll go through all the coat of arms looking for coins of note. Here's a 2001 coin, already a shot at a Centenary of Federation, but we have the 1912 Commonwealth coat of arms, which is the highest minted of the series. 10 coins in all, 9 states and territories, and that one is the highest minted, so it's going to go up on a top row, which is a common commemorative. This is our next common commemorative, the Commonwealth Games Brisbane from 1982. As I say, that's a highly minted or a common commemorative, so it's going to go up on the top row. If we find something that we want to keep, we're going to make another row down the bottom of the screen, and we'll call that the keeper's row. But we will continue flicking through the coins to see what we can find today. There's a 1998, that'll be our Bass and Flinders coin, celebrating 200 years from the discovery of Bass Strait by George Bass and Matthew Flinders. That'll go up on the top row because it's highly minted. And we're already through the first roll. When I go through the coins at the end, I'll be looking for low minted years. I'll be looking for 1985 and 1993, 2019 IRB effigy, and the 2020 Jody Clark for low minted coins. There's a 2012, and I usually look out for that coin for a bubble error. That one seems to be fine. And here we have another common commemorative, 2005's 60th anniversary of the end of World War II, the Remembrance coin. Sometimes on this coin we look out for errors on the coin, cud errors or die chips around the robe, around the helmet, the elbow, over here on the cross. But that one seems to be fine, and we even find errors, die chip errors around the Queen's face and head. But we'll continue looking through the coins for others. There's a 2010 coat of arms, and we always check that one for a rotation error. That one seems to be fine though. There we have another Centenary of Federation coat of arms. 2014, we always check for a crop circle, although I don't really want this one to be a crop circle because it's got a bit of green on it over here, and that green means I'm not going to be keeping it in any shape or form. Here we have 2005's secondary school student competition winner for a 50-cent piece design. It was designed for the Melbourne 2006 Commonwealth Games. It's highly minted, so it's going to go up on the top row. And then we have our second roll done for today. The other years that I look out for when I go through the coat of arms at the end is the not intended for circulation coat of arms years, 1986, 87, 89, 1990, 1992, and 2005, where the coat of arms were minted, but they were only put into sets, so they were not intended for circulation, just for sets. Here we have 2002's Year of the Outback, celebrating Australia's outback with the windmill on it there. It's highly minted. Again, it's going to go up on the top row. And we continue flicking through coat of arms and the coins to see if there's anything else that we can find. 2005, so again, the Remembrance coin in not great condition. Goes there on the top row. Well, now we've done through 3 rolls, and we will speed up the hunt. I'll only slow down and stop for coins that we haven't seen today, commemorative coins. I'll annotate it, then I'll lay it down. But let's go and get into the hunt. There, for the first time, we see the 1995 coin, the 50th anniversary of the end of World War II, the Weary Dunlop coin. Weary Dunlop, one of Australia's war heroes. That'll go up on the top row because it's highly minted. We'll get another shot at die chips with this remembrance coin, but not to be. Oh, and there we go. We see something underneath this 2014 that I'm checking for a crop circle, and we have a centenary of federation, state or territory. In this instance, it's the state of Queensland, 2001, and not a bad condition looking coin, but definitely a low minted coin that is going to go down on the keeper's row as a keeper for my wider collection. Got it in the book already, but definitely keeping it for the wider collection. Oh, there's a nice little coin. A little bit dirty though. We have the Tall Ships coin, the bicentenary celebration from 1988, and we always check the 1988 for dots between the 8s on the 1988. There's a bit of a die chip, a bit of an error, and they're quite hard to find, the dot error on the Tall Ships. But it is relatively highly minted, and because it's not in great condition, I won't be keeping that one, so that'll go down on the top row. And there, for the first time, we see the primary school competition winner for a 50-cent piece design, the 2004 Native Animals. It's quite highly minted, so it's going to go up on the top row. And there, for the first time, we see the Millennium Year coin from the year 2000. On this coin, we'll look out for an incused flag variety like we have in the book, where the centre cross in the Union flag on the Australian flag is incused into the coin. That one seems to be fine, so it's going to go up on the top row because it is highly minted as well. And there we also see the Australia Day Celebrate What's Great, celebrating Australia Day in 2010. It's going to go with the top common commemoratives. Oh, and from 1977, we see the Silver Jubilee coin celebrating the 25th anniversary of the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II. Highly minted, 25 years, 25 million of those, so it'll go up on the top row. And there's a coin that we only pull out when we see the obverse of it. It is the 50th anniversary of decimal currency, the changeover coin. It's got the ram's head there, which is the pre-decimal equivalent of the 50-cent piece. And it has the coat of arms on the reverse, so the commemorative side is on the obverse. So that'll go down on the top row. 7 million of those, so not particularly lowly minted, but sometimes can be hard to find. And that then brings us on to the last roll. So far, only the one find, although we got a shot at another Centenary Federation, and we get another Centenary Federation. That's fantastic. And it is South Australia, which for me, here in Victoria, for some reason, it's hard to find, but I have got a couple of these in the last couple of months, so very happy to be putting South Australia into the wider collection. That'll definitely go down on the keeper's row down the bottom, and then straight after it another Centenary Federation, but the coat of arms. And so the possibility of last roll luck has been realised. We have another Centenary Federation, not the one we need though, the Norfolk Island, but still a decent sort of hunt so far. Very happy to be putting coins of that nature into my wider collection. And now the last one we'll call out is another common commemorative, the 1994 International Year of the Family, also highly minted. So we'll put that up there and we'll call the hunt for the moment. So 2 decent coins, but I'll quickly have to go through the coat of arms off to the side. I'll be back to let you know if I found anything else special. Well, unfortunately, nothing of any note amongst the coat of arms today. But what we did find in the hunt was 2 great coins for the wider collection. Centenary Federation from Queensland from 2001. Not in bad condition, but certainly better than some of the ones from Queensland I've seen. And not to be outdone is a South Australia Centenary Federation 2001 there in pretty good nick too. So very happy with that. Definitely keeping both of those in the wider collection. Very happy to have Centenary Federations. But let me know if you're finding any Centenary Federations around at the moment. I have found quite a few in the last few weeks. When I say quite a few, 1 or 2 in the hunt. Love to hear where you're finding them from around Australia. It's always good to know what's going on in the noodling community. But I will be back for more noodling in a few days. So I'll see you then. Bye.